Hi everyone, so this video is another fragrances of the week video where I talk about the fragrances I've been wearing, the notes which I pop up on the screen, and also a very brief overview about my experience with the fragrance. Like always, if you have any requests or want to see a video in more detail about any of these fragrances, or if you have any comments, please let me know below. So let's get started with fragrance number one. So the first fragrance for this week is a Kayali fragrance, and it is Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. So it's really shiny. Makes it hard to see the bottle, but hopefully you can see it there. So there are quite a few notes for this one. The top notes are rum, vanilla orchid, and jasmine. The middle notes are spicy notes, creme brulee, vanilla, leather, tonka bean and rose, and the base notes are patchouli, brown sugar, agar wood or oud, sugar, amber and musk. So there are quite a lot. I have been wearing this one quite a lot recently and I love it. I think it is a fantastic scent from Kayali and it's one of my favourites from the range. If you are interested in this one though, again a little sneak peek, there will be a video later this week specifically focusing on this release. Again, super shiny. That's one thing, I'm not a huge fan of the bottles being so shiny because they fingerprint really easily and it's really hard to video them. It's very distracting. But as far as the scent goes, it's fantastic. The patchouli is definitely in there, so if you don't like patchouli, you're probably not going to like this one. Longevity is great. It's just creamy, vanilla, spicy. It's lovely. I love it. This is the kind of scent that kind of makes me excited about perfumes, that it's different. And that's why I think, and I go into this more in the other video, but I think it's not necessarily going to be a big hit for Kayali, I don't think. I think the opinions are going to be rather polarizing, where some people will like it, some people won't. If they go into it expecting a generic vanilla or an amped up vanilla scent, you're not going to get that from this. It's definitely patchouli, sugared, like brown sugar. It's beautiful. I really, really like it, but not a safe blind buy. So if you are interested in this, smell it first if you can, if not buy the smaller travel size, because it's not a safe blind buy, but I really enjoy this fragrance. The next fragrance is another one from Kayali and this is Elixir. So with Elixir you have less notes. It seems a more simple kind of fragrance, with the top notes being red apple and rose petals. The middle notes are May rose and jasmine sambac, and base notes of patchouli, amber and vanilla. Now with this one, it's definitely rose forward and it reminds me of Black Phoenix Alchemate Lab oil that I love. I think it's called Guinevere or Guinevere. It's like a rosy scent. It also reminds me of a sugar scrub that I used to have from Daintree, which is a brand in Australia that I don't think is around anymore, but it was like a sugar plum scrub and I love the scent of it. Even though there's no plum or anything in here, I think it's the red apple, that fruitiness, and the rose. It's a really lovely scent. It's a simpler scent. There's no spiciness or earthiness to this one. It isn't a young, fresh scent. So it's a more sophisticated kind of rosy scent. A little bit jammy almost. I think this will layer very well with some other scents though, so I'm excited to give that a go. Again, probably not a huge hit as far as some of their fragrances go, but I really enjoy this one and we'll see how I go layering it, whether or not I end up getting a larger bottle. We'll see, but it is big bottle worthy. The third scent is another Kayali scent, but the last for this video. It's citrus. So this is one that I hadn't used that much and I did purchase it with the idea of layering it with a few of the other Kayali scents. But the notes in this particular scent are top notes of pink grapefruit, rhubarb, bergamot, blackcurrant and pink pepper. Middle notes of Bulgarian rose and damask rose. and the base notes of musk, oak moss and tonka bean. As far as what I get from this fragrance, it's very much aromatic and citrus, so really fresh, but semi-spicy, but not in the way of like cardamom and those kinds of more woody, deeper spicy notes. This one, it's like light and spicy, but fruity, which is why I think aromatic sums that up quite nicely as a term if you think of those kinds of sporty, fresh, shower, clean fragrances. I think mainly I'm getting grapefruit. The citrus comes out. I don't get a whole lot of rose, at least in the times I've been trying it. It's not really floral or anything like that. It's more the pink pepper with that bright spiciness and the citruses in this one for me. I don't love it. I like it. Out of the three that I've spoken about in this video, it's probably my least favorite of the three. The next fragrance is taking it on a completely different direction, and it's a Britney Spears fragrance. This is Britney Spears Naked Fantasy. And I again, I like the Britney Spears fragrances. I've kind of formed quite a collection of the ones that are in these bottles. But with this particular one, the notes are top notes of applejack and blackcurrant, middle notes of osmanthus, water lily and peach, and the base notes of cupcake, apricot, vanilla and musk. You can definitely smell the fantasy DNA in this particular scent. I think it's the cupcake. I do get the peach and the apricot in here though. That kind of yellow, fuzzy, fruity, tangy kind of scent to it. I guess a little bit of blackcurrant, it kind of melds in with that fruitiness a little. I don't actually know what applejack is, but is it like a juice or something, like an apple juice or something like that? Again, it's just fresh, almost pear. I'm kind of smelling pear, but that could just be the fruitiness. Again, if you like collecting the Britney Spears fantasy fragrances, this one's a bit lighter than the original. It gives the same feeling as the original fantasy, just a little bit more peachy and not quite as strong. I actually quite like the bottle. I like that it's a bit more subtle and neutral toned. Sorry if you can hear the birds as well, but they are rather loud today. So anyway, let's keep going. The last fragrance for the video is one that I've spoken about many times, but I don't think I've done a video on this range, so I probably should do that because I like a few of them. This is Giorgio Armani C Intense 2021 version. So the notes for this particular fragrance are top notes of blackcurrant syrup, middle notes of Turkish rose and Divana, and the base notes of benzoin and patchouli. So you've seen recently in the perfumes I actually use, like the Show Me Your Dent tag that I did, I love this fragrance. I get compliments on this fragrance and it's an easy wear. I guess it's not going to be for everybody, but it is a fairly safe fragrance. I just love the syrupiness of it, that blackcurrant fruitiness. Blackcurrant as a note, you'll kind of tell in a lot of the fragrances that I enjoy, it shows up quite a lot. And I think it might be a kind of in thing at the moment, kind of like cherry was last year. But blackcurrant, it's just that red purple kind of a smell, if that makes sense. Sometimes I describe scents as colours. I don't know if that's normal, but when I smell things, I see colour occasionally. And that's just what it reminds me of, is like a purple, is a red purple kind of colour. It's just berries and syrup. It's beautiful. Really like it. So those are the 5 fragrances from this Fragrances of the Week video. Like always, if you've had any experiences or tried any of these fragrances, I'd love to know your thoughts and your experiences and what you think of the fragrances. I'd also like it if you have any questions or any requests to see these perfumes in a review video of their own. Just let me know below and I will see what I can do to make that happen. But like always, I hope you're all having a fantastic evening, morning or afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you are. And I'll see you again soon in my next video. Bye for now.